And here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. So, dude, look at these accessories, man. Look at this, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, this might, I think this even like outperforms the DF 3.0 Vegito that is supposed to be released at some point. Like, look at the amount of stuff with this, man. I mean, this is like an entire store. Like an entire store of accessories, dude. This is like insane, man. Like, this is really crazy. They said 16 face sculpts, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, wow. Wow. I guess are there 3 pairs of glasses? He's got a watch, I guess. And they do include, from what I can tell here, there's also like a normal non-windswept waist piece, so that is good to see. You got the cape hair, okay. You got this bag. Man, this is crazy. Like, I just like, even without doing a scamculation for this, dude, like, I mean, I just don't see how this could possibly be a scam in any way. Alright guys, welcome back to the Dragon Ball figure recap. As for premium scan die, first of all, DAIMA Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, still up for pre-order right now, $75. Pre-orders close June 28th, 2026, 10:59 a.m. EDT. Today is June 26th, Friday, so you have, you know, approximately 2 days to decide if you want this. Of course, I do think the recustom, you know, head sculpt sets look better than this, so if you have those and you use the DAIMA Vegeta body, I think you overall have a better looking product than this, you know. And this like this mothball nonsense is just ridiculous. This is the so-called Final Flash, just nonsense. So next, let's see if the page will load. So Raccoon, the Nightmare Raccoon, this pre-order is up, of course, as well. Scheduled shipping February 2027. Pre-orders opened June 19th. 2026, 3 a.m. EDT. As far as this, I feel like, honestly, as far as premium scam die releases go, I think a new policy or a new movement that I'm thinking of is like basically just wait for a bootleg. Like, just like, cause the return policy is so horrible already. So like, let's say you buy this Raccoon and they send you something that looks like a Jack specific figure and you can't return it unless it's damaged or defective. So I think, honestly, with premium scam die figures, I'd personally just rather wait. I'll wait and see if a bootleg is made at some point or a clone is made for a better price, better value, like this $85 stuff. Like, Bandai's they've just gone too far out of control. Like, I feel like just not supporting premium Bandai at all. Like, just because, I mean, and the thing is too, like, a lot of, well, some people, they will defend premium Bandai and say stuff like, oh, because they're exclusives, they should cost more and they have to cost more or whatever. Bandai does not get to use that excuse because even their general releases are overpriced. So it's not like the regular releases are good prices and then the premium scam die figures are the ridiculously priced ones. They're like, almost all of them are ridiculously priced. If an SH FIGUARTS Dragon Ball figure costs more than $38, it's probably a scam. Like, that's where we are. So you can't defend that. You can't, that argument doesn't hold any weight. Full Power Broly, $100. Not an exclusive, right? Not a premium Bandai exclusive. The Gohan who surpassed Goku or whatever, $65. Little tiny figure. That's a scam as well. That's not a premium Bandai exclusive. Boy from the Future Trunks, like $75, $80. Not a premium Bandai exclusive. What else is there? Proud Namekian Piccolo, $75 or even $100 on Amazon or whatever, dude. Not a premium Bandai exclusive. The Frieza and the Pod right now on Amazon, like $98, I think. Not a premium Bandai exclusive. What else is there? Glorio, $95. Not a premium Bandai exclusive. Okay, so the whole idea of like, oh, it's because they're exclusives, no, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't work. Because there are too many figures that are not premium Bandai exclusives that are still outrageous scams. So anyone making that argument is just talking just complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. All right, you've got this, and yeah, I'd say honestly, I think what I would say with Premium Scam going forward is like basically just wait for a bootleg, dude, because you know, I think it's possible, especially when you have stuff like WP Model going on. Of course, their prices are not good, so they're not really a good example. Let's say DB Toys, and hopefully other studios like them in the future, right? If we start seeing more studios who basically make affordable versions of Premium Scam figures, and that becomes like a really like a consistent thing, then I would personally just say, look, man, just wait for a bootleg. Just wait for a third-party version or whatever. Like, don't buy this, you know, just don't buy this. Just don't do it. Bandai is just ridiculous, man. And as I said, of course, like, you know, if you want to go like the full extent of like combating Bandai, then you'd have to just not buy any Dragon Ball figures at all, of course, like to not give them any money at all. But like basically, as far as official figures go, Bandai is the only company in the world right now making articulated Dragon Ball figures. So if you want to do that, then you just have to stop buying Dragon Ball figures altogether, you know? I don't really feel compelled to do that, but honestly, as far as Premium Scam goes, because of their return policy as well, it's like they're so like it's so anti-customer, because they want to take your money right now, right? It's not like Amazon where you can return it and stuff like that and that kind of thing, right? With Premium Scam they want to take your money, these insane amounts of money, $85 and all this nonsense, and they're telling you, look at this nonsense right here, right? No exchanges or returns are accepted. So if you pre-order something for Premium Scam and it's not damaged or defective or whatever, you can't return it, okay? So if you buy this from them, you give them your $85, okay? And they send you some cheap looking garbage like shallot, and you like, you know, you're like, you know what, man, I want my money back. You know, you can't, right? You can't unless it's damaged or defective. With Amazon and stuff like that, at least with Amazon, you can return it like for other reasons or whatever. Like, I don't think Amazon has this like super strict return policy like how these guys do. So that's why, as far as Premium Scam goes, I'm like, you know what? Just don't buy anything from these guys. Like, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just wait for a bootleg or whatever, man. Just do that, honestly. That's what I'd say regarding Premium Scam Like, just don't pre-order anything from them anymore. Don't don't encourage them in this like horrible, gross business model where they take your money, you can't return it and all that garbage. Just don't buy anything from these people anymore. So, let's see. They now have these pre-orders, I guess pickup pre-orders for SDCC 2026 for this Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. There's also a Gotenks and a mini Super Saiyan Goku, okay? So I don't know all the details about this. I guess Instamashi might have a more thorough explanation about this, but I saw these on here and I was like, okay, so I guess they've got this thing going on here. I guess what you would do is you would like, you know, place a pre-order, choose the day and time that you want to like pick up the item or whatever, and then you'd go get it. They might, I guess, like probably like the receipt for your order or order confirmation or something might include some sort of, I don't know, QR code or something you have to scan or show, you know, proof that you bought it, whatever, and you get it from there. If you want more information about this, then I would say look at Instamashi on Instagram, see if they have more details or whatever. I, of course, am not interested in this. I don't have any plans to go to SDCC 2026, and I mean, the SDCC exclusives are always just grossly overpriced anyway, so I don't really tend to have any interest in these. So yeah, $80 for this Gogeta. I doubt it'll have enough stuff to justify that ridiculous price tag. And once again, you can't say, oh, it's because it's an exclusive, dude, that's why it costs so much. No, like Bandai in general overcharges on their figures because there are so many other figures that are not exclusives. They're not exclusives and still have ridiculous price tags. So it's Bandai is the problem. The problem is not the fact that it's an exclusive. The problem is Bandai. It's a greedy company. Get that through your mind, right? Understand that the company is greedy. Say it with me now. The company is greedy. That's the explanation you're looking for. You don't have to try to find some other alternative solution, some other explanation. Accept the reality. The company is greedy. That is the answer, okay? That is the answer you're looking for. That is the truth right there. All right, and then Go Tanks. So this thing right here, I guess it has $70 for this. Once again, ridiculous prices. They're always just these insane prices. It's never like, you know, $50, $45. It's never anything reasonable, right? It's always some ridiculous number. So you got this here. You got this thing, and look at this. I mean, this is literally just a printout. Dude, you could print this on a printer like at Staples or something yourself. Get it laminated or whatever, dude. Look at this, right? $70 in this little paper cutout nonsense that you could make in like art class. You know what I mean, dude? Like, Bandai's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. And this is a small figure as well. It's not as large as like, say, Goku or whatever. And $70. Nonsense. All right, moving on. Let's see here. If the page can load once again. Mini Goku here with, I guess, like some pearlescent hair. It looks honestly like, it looks like it's translucent hair with pearlescent paint on it. That's how it looks to me. Like, it doesn't look like regular pearlescent hair. But anyways, you got this Goku here. Hey, $50, you know, but this figure's tiny, dude. This is a little, tiny little figure. So the $50 price tag is probably still a complete ripoff. Now, if they had, see, for these figures here, they don't have the like whole, like all the accessories, you know, put out with the figure and stuff like that, so you can see everything all together. So if they did do that, I would probably have done scamculations for these, but currently these images do not contain that detail. So yeah. Now, if in the future they do give images like that, or I see reviews for these and see all the accessories or whatever, then I might actually do scamculations for these. And I mean, these prices are probably going to end up being like way lower with the scamculation price than what they are right now. Mini Goku, this little tiny little thing, tiny little figure, $50, nonsense. If you want these, up to you. That's going on right there, okay? Now, onto Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all of that. So, as far as this adult DAIMA Goku, it is no longer available from Amazon. I don't think that was the case last week. I might have to double check, but I will update dbfix.com if necessary to reflect the current, like, you know, in stock or out of stock status of this figure. As for Barnes & Noble, and once again, I prepared all these tabs, okay? And yet still, they keep doing this nonsense. This wasn't a problem before. This didn't used to happen before, but I feel like recently Microsoft Edge has been doing this nonsense, and they keep asking you if you want to make this your default browser. No! So, DAIMA Goku right there, $38 in stock, shipped and sold. BarnesandNoble.com, free shipping on orders, $60 or more, okay? Alright, I adjusted the settings, so hopefully that solves the problem. I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyway, so for Mini Goku, $38, shipped and sold by Amazon.com here. I think he was previously out of stock, so I do have to update dbfigs.com if that is the case. Regarding this adult Vegeta, he is gone again. No featured offers available, like no Amazon.com here. I just see third-party sellers and stuff like that, you know? Barnes & Noble does have him, though, for $38 in stock, okay? Mini Vegeta, in stock at Amazon.com right here, $38. I see no coupon offer like I usually would, so there's that. As for DAIMA Adult Piccolo, $65.93. I noticed that the price of this has been basically, you know, staying around this level, like 65, something like that, dollars. I guess they realized like 75 and stuff is just too high. A lot of people were not buying it. So, $65.93. And I mean, what would that show Bandai? What would that show Bandai? Oh, your prices are too high. A lot of people aren't buying your figures as much as you'd hope because of your overpricing, overcharging garbage. Okay, that makes sense. You know, just common sense, you know what I mean, dude? So, yeah, $65.93. And you see, the thing is, too, like, I've seen people say stuff like, basically, companies like Bandai and stuff, right? They charge these ridiculous prices because they see the prices people buy figures for from scalpers on like eBay and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, people are willing to pay $150 for a little kid Goku. We should up our prices, you know? And it's like, dude, a retail company, or like, let's say, you know, yeah, a company, you know, a company should not be referring to the scalping market as basically the benchmark for what they should be charging. Like, the scalping market is pretty much always more than what retail is, because people are like, oh, this figure's tough to find, I can't get it at Walmart anymore, I can't get it at Target anymore, that kind of stuff. Give me a moment, 1 second. There's a spider on my wall. Ah! Alright, so I don't know where that thing went. Like, literally, I stood up to go get like some spray, and it just like, it jumped off the wall and like floated down and just disappeared into the shadows, man. So I don't know where that thing went. I don't know if it's venomous or not. If you don't see today's recap by sometime before midnight Eastern time, I don't know. It's possible the spider might be involved in that, you know? We'll have to see, man. But anyways, so yeah, like, companies should not be looking at the scalper market as an example for what they should be charging. You know, like, the scalper market, dude, like, you can find figures that were once available for like $24.99 being sold for $50, $100. Like, I think even Sonic figures, like, I think Sonic Jack Specific figures get scalped like absolutely insanely. Does that mean Jazzware should be charging $200 for a little Sonic figure, dude? You know what I mean, man? It's just greed, dude. It's just when people see big numbers, their eyes, like, they're blinded by the desire for the money, man. That's all it is, okay? But anyways, so Daima Piccolo, the adult version right here, $65.93, all that stuff. Let's see, the mini Piccolo, $44.03, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. So I've noticed the price of this. I think the MSRP for this is like $60, but it's really been staying around like that 40 something range, which is much better, of course, considering the fact too that shipping is free. So since shipping is free, this is probably a pretty decent price, because I think when I did the scamculation for this, it worked out to like $34 or something like that, 38 possibly. So this is probably a very, very good price for this if you want that mini Piccolo. Glorio, $84.55, still ridiculous. Do not recommend getting this until it gets to like, let's say 40, 50 max, I guess, if you say, okay, shipping's free, so, you know. But still, you know, I think, like, honestly, dude, I think 50 free shipping is basically the most you should pay for this. Like, 50 free shipping. But anything more than that is like, nah, I can't really recommend that, you know. Let's see, so Shenron right here, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $119.95. And I might do a scamculation for this at some point, because I did see a review, as I mentioned, like a while ago, and it is smaller than I actually thought it was. So I might do a scamculation for this Shenron, but I'm not sure when I will do that, if I do. Piccolo Proud Namekian reissue, $75.99. The price is once again dropped here on this Amazon pre-order. I don't know why the price goes to like $109 and all sorts of ridiculous numbers. Just insanity. I mean, even this is still insane. $75.99 is still insane for this, especially considering how ugly this neutral expression is, dude. This thing is just ugly, dude. I mean, ugh. But the picture is like, it's low quality right there, so you can't really see it very well. But this thing, the neutral expression is ugly, dude. Really ugly stuff. I don't know why Bandai would make that and want to call that art or charge $75. Ridiculous. Let's see. So Frieza First Form in the Frieza Pod reissue, $98. Once again, this is not a premium Bandai exclusive, okay? This is not a premium Bandai figure. $98. Okay, so that excuse does not work. Same thing for Piccolo. $75.99. This is not premium Bandai. This is Amazon. This is a general release, right? So even the general releases are grossly overpriced. The whole exclusives cost more argument is nonsensical and does not work in this case. So this will be released on November 14th, 2026, all that. Frieza Fourth Form, the Universe's Bottomless Power, will be released on December 25th, 2026, $37.99. It now says 300 plus bought in the past month. It used to say like 1,000, I think it was. So yeah, I think that was probably because it was like a new pre-order. A bunch of people like pre-ordered it and stuff like that, you know. Legendary Super Saiyan Goku, $74.44, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Best Buy has the same figure, $74.99, or 4 payments starting at $18.75 with zip. Got pickup, you got shipping, all that stuff going on there. As for this Gohan Z Fighters thing, $70, being released on February 19th, 2027. Once again, this is also not a premium Bandai figure, yet it's $70. It does include that base thing, but will that thing make up the difference of this little figure for $70, man? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Bandai, as I said, unless an SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figure is $38, there's probably some degree of scamming going on, okay? So, like this boy from the Future Trunks right here, $75.99. For what reason, right? Like, for what reason? It doesn't even have like a bunch of expressions or anything, dude. So, once again, this is not premium scam dye. This is a general release. $75.99. For what reason? Why can't this be $38, right? Why can't it not be? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. So anyone trying to make that premium scan dye argument, exclusives cost more argument, show them these figures, dude. Show them Trunks. Show them Glorio. Show them Proud Namekian Piccolo. Show them the full power Broly, bro. Like, show them that stuff and be like, dude, you're not making any sense. It doesn't hold any weight. It doesn't hold up to scrutiny, okay? $75.99. Boy from the Future Trunks reissue. Shipped and sold by Amazon.com. This is available right now. Latent Power Trunks, $38, being released on October 23rd, 2026. Why is this Trunks $38 and this one is $75.99? Doesn't make any sense, okay? And let's see, Barnes & Noble, $35 in stock right now. This one, also, this is a pre-order right here. This one is in stock, and then Amazon also has it in stock on a different listing right here. $35.99, same figure. Krillin Earth's Strongest Man reissue, I believe, right? Shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $65.10. Same thing I would say right here, $65.10. This is a little tiny figure. This is not some massive figure. Why is it $65.10? Okay, not a premium Bandai figure. Once again, Goku The Games Begin, $37.97. Shipped and sold by Amazon.com, in stock right now. Barnes & Noble has it as well for $38 right there in stock. The Gohan Who Surpassed Goku or whatever right here, only third-party sellers. I don't see any like Amazon.com direct listing for this. And look at the prices, of course. I wouldn't really consider these scalper prices too much. I mean, I think the original price was like $65. So they're not insanely above that. They're not like $100 and stuff like that, but still, this little tiny figure with this little cloth thing, why is it $65? You know, this should be like, dude, probably like honestly $38 or something like that, honestly. Let's see. So Vegeta, Dangerous Pride Vegeta, $37.97, being released on June 29th, 2026. I do plan to get this myself, so I should have a review up for this probably like next, not this Saturday, not tomorrow, probably next Saturday, like after June 29th, the release date there, okay? Let's see, Barnes & Noble has it as well, $38, but their release date is July 15th, 2026, okay? The 2.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta, no Amazon.com listing here, like directly from Amazon.com. I only see third-party stuff, okay? But Barnes & Noble still has it for $35 in stock right now. Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, in stock, shipped and sold by Amazon.com, $32.85. And Barnes & Noble has the same figure for $38 right there in stock. Kind-Hearted Saiyan Goku, I think this recently released in Japan and China, being released on July 30th, 2026, $37.97. And Best Buy actually has this figure here as well, but it says sold and shipped by Pop Market. So I'm guessing this is like basically the Japanese release, but being sold in the US or something, because it doesn't say pre-order. It just says add to cart. So I'm not sure if this is actually in stock or whatever, but when I was checking through the like FIGUARTS Dragon Ball stuff in the YouTube affiliate thing, like I saw this there, so I'm just letting you all know Best Buy does have this listing, okay? They also had Glorio here, but Glorio says sold out, so yeah. Imperfect Cell right here, Cell First Form, $78.45, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Barnes & Noble has it as well, $80 in stock right now. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, $58.89, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. So I noticed the price for this is also, I think the original price for this was probably like 60 something, like $62 or something like that. So it's a slight discount, I think. Although it's weird, they're not really showing you like the higher price here. You know, they're not showing you like, oh, like whatever percent off or something. I guess it's possible that like $58.89 is such a small difference from the full, you know, MSRP or whatever, that it'll be such a like small percentage to show that they don't want to show like, oh, 1% off or something, you know. So let's see, GameStop has it here as well, $61.99, $58.89 for pros, and zip or pay in installments as low as $15.72, and of course GameStop has free shipping on orders 79 plus. All right, Super Boo reissue $74.99, being released on January 22nd, 2027. And once again, this Super Boo is not a premium Bandai figure. Okay, it's not a premium Bandai figure. $75. For what reason? Okay, let's continue now. Blue Vegeta right here, Unwavering Saiyan Pride, $38 in stock, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Barnes & Noble has the same figure right here, $38 in stock. GameStop has this Rose Goku Black reissue, $39.99, $37.99 for pros. Okay, free shipping on orders 79 plus, all that stuff. Full Power Super Saiyan Broly is actually gone from Amazon.com now. I just see Amazon resale and like third-party sellers and stuff. Once again, I'm not sure. I assume Amazon resale is like basically just Amazon's like, you know, secondhand kind of stuff, but I don't think I've ever used them before. And when I researched them, I didn't see like, I saw like basically like bad information regarding like them, you know, giving you stuff that's not legit or whatever. I guess people might be like, basically what might happen is that people might buy, let's say people might buy this Broly figure, right? For example, someone buys this Broly figure and then they quote unquote return it to Amazon, but they return a bootleg and keep the real figure, and then Amazon doesn't know that it's a bootleg and they send you a bootleg when you buy it. That kind of stuff, that might happen. That kind of thing might happen. So I've not used Amazon resale, I don't think, but if you want to like try them, you know, that's up to you. Yeah, it's unfortunate because a lot that happens. I think that happens with a lot of like, you know, retail stores and stuff like that, like Walmart, Target, whatever, because the people like dealing with the returns and stuff, they're probably not typically collectors, so they might not be able to identify bootlegs or realize, oh, this is not the correct figure, that kind of stuff, you know. So it's kind of like an unfortunate thing where I guess if these companies had more collectors working with the collectibles, then that would help to prevent stuff like someone returning the wrong figure, or, you know, returning a bootleg and stuff like that. Because even with like WWE wrestling figures and stuff, people will like return figures or return the box, but with the wrong figure in the box and stuff like that. So very unfortunate to see that. Yeah, so I don't know what they could do. I guess something that these companies could do, if it were a big enough issue, they could have some sort of like collector hiring campaign where they're like specifically seeking to hire people who are familiar with certain collectibles, you know, that kind of thing. And who knows, I mean, what if they paid you more? Like, let's say the toy department at Walmart was trying to hire collectors, and they would pay you more if you have a certain level of expertise regarding the figures and stuff. You know what I mean? That'd probably be a good thing financially for people, you know, to basically get paid more because you have more knowledge about Dragon Ball figures or wrestling figures or whatever, to like, you know, really help to prevent like, you know, people returning the wrong figure and trying to like steal from the stores and stuff, you know. That'd be interesting. So let's see, but GameStop does still have the Broly figure here, $99.99, $94.99 for pros, all that stuff. And this one of course is free shipping because it's more than 79, so free shipping right there. Let's see, this Goku here, 4.0, this was released very recently in China and Japan, I believe, and it's $37.97, being released on September 15th, 2026. shipped and sold by Amazon.com. But there is an issue with this figure. So Courier News posted this, saying that this figure has a strange QC issue of sticker scratch off. Okay, released very recently. Highly recommend to seal or avoid messing with the geese sticker so it'll stay and remain in peace for your display. I guess you meant to say remain in place, I assume. But let's see here. So this, for example, like the sticker scratching off. Oh, the spider's back. Hold on. Ah! All right, I sprayed the spider and he fell off of the wall. I assume I got him. Okay, I should not be seeing him again, I would assume. But some of these spiders are really resilient. You'd spray them, dude, and they like recover after 2 hours or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I think the HM or Has Future Gohan figure had a similar issue to this. I think that one was more like peeling off, though. I don't know. But anyways, this seems to be something that is caused basically by like the upper gear or whatever being this rubbery material and it kind of messing up. Like basically the sticker doesn't adhere as well, or because it bends and stuff, it gets messed up or whatever. And you know, Bandai's just ridiculous. Like Bandai, they should have recognized this in the testing phase or whatever, like, and solved this problem somehow. But I did see someone, as I mentioned this like months ago, I think, that I think something that might work for the Future Gohan is basically using Mod Podge to seal it, cover it or whatever. And I think I saw someone in the comments of this post saying that Mod Podge worked for them, like to prevent this whole, you know, scratching off or whatever issue. So if you plan to get this figure, I would recommend personally sealing this with like Mod Podge, because Mod Podge, like, I think Mod Podge is like, it's kind of like a glue, but it also works as a sealer. So I think the fact that it's like a glue, it can kind of bend and stuff like that. It's like kind of pliable. So it should hopefully be a pretty good solution, because like the material itself is pliable. So it wouldn't be some like, you know, solid thing and cracking, that kind of stuff typically, you know, I would think. So yeah, so I think Mod Podge should work pretty well for this. But I would still recommend, even if you use Mod Podge to seal this, do not like try to avoid like, you know, physically scratching it, or, you know, basically be careful with it even if you seal it, you know. And I will put a link to Mod Podge in the description. I gotta add a note to my phone to remind myself to do that. Add Mod Podge link to description. Okay, so that if you want to get that, you can get that. All right, I do use that myself for like custom figures and stuff like that. So moving on, Bandai has the 2.0 red, not Bandai, Best Buy has the 2.0 red Goku right here, $31.99, and it says sign in or create an account for free shipping. Okay, so there's that. It does say $5.49 shipping here, but it says if you sign in or create an account, it says free shipping. So I assume when you sign in, you get free shipping. All right. Now Barnes & Noble has the same figure here as well, $38. So I guess this got reissued recently or something, because Barnes & Noble now has it up as well. Like, I didn't see this before, I don't think. So $38 right there in stock. Okay, let's see. And then the blue Goku right here, $37.97, shipped and sold by Amazon.com. I would expect this to have the same, you know, like scratching off issue as the red one has. So be aware of that. You might need Mod Podge for this too, okay, if that works and stuff. Blue Goku 2.0 right here, Barnes & Noble, $38 in stock right now. Not proud of making the Superhero Piccolo, it says reissue there, being released on October 23rd, 2026, $37.99. GT Kid Goku is quite a bit on sale right now, $37.52, and it says 100 plus bought in past month, which is, I don't think this usually says anything bought in past month. So the sale might really be helping this thing, you know, get some sales going on, you know. So yeah, I mean, this is basically now a $38 figure or whatever, you know. So if you want this right now is probably a pretty good time to get it. it is a pretty small figure, but it does include the Kamehameha, so I don't know. I don't think I've done a scamculation for this, but I mean, this is probably the best price I've ever seen for this anywhere. I think it is. So if you want this, of course, link in the description and on dbfakes.com. And Barnes & Noble has the same figure right here, $54 in stock. Free standard shipping on orders, $60 or more is what it should say right there. It says 60 or more, okay? So let's now move on to the third-party stuff. All right, so first we've got Black Shark. Treasure Toys now has pre-orders up for the Black Shark Goku. I don't even know whether, like, it says 5761, I guess, because I mean, like, this is A, right? It says 02A. This says 02B, and then this says ×2. And this is supposed to be like a bonus thing, I think, but it looks the same, I think, as, yeah, like it looks the same as this. So I don't know. I don't know whether the A and B by themselves are just bodies or if they include head sculpts. And if they do include head sculpts, then what is the bonus stuff? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, so regarding the dragon statue thing, let's see, it says actual product display of the Dragon Fist Blast platform in solid color paint. Okay, so this looks pretty good. You know, I do like how this looks. One thing I don't like is the fact that it's like, it's looking to the left instead of to the right, where, like, you know, Goku would punch with his right hand. So if you wanted to pose this with Goku punching, it'd be better to have it on the right side instead of the left side, but I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But I think, like, you know, the paint and stuff looks nice. It's a very nice, like, color and stuff like that. I do like how that looks personally. Then you've got this, look at it right here as well. Okay. This, right? Nice gradient shading and stuff going on there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then you've got this right here. Okay. Very interesting. You know, I wonder why... I'd have to look at the source material again, but I'm kind of wondering, like, why are the teeth white? Because I mean, like, usually with the Dragon Fist, I think the whole dragon is just like yellow or gold, right? Like the whole thing, like the eyes, teeth, everything. So kind of interesting. I wonder, I don't know, I might have to look at an image again or something, because like it looks cool. I'm just wondering, like, if like in the movie, like the what is it called, Wrath of the Dragon and stuff, like, isn't the whole dragon like a goldish yellowish color? So then the teeth should also be that color, and or, you know, a yellowish goldish color, the eyes and everything. I don't know, but it looks good. You know, I do like how this looks. Okay, so that looks cool. And you've got this right here. You got this. Oh, this is a transparent version now. This was a solid one. This is a transparent version here. Okay, so it says Dragon Fist Burst transparent version, painted GK prototype. Don't know what GK means, but you have a transparent one. I think this looks cool as well. In fact, this might even be better if you were to pose it with Goku punching. This might be better because I think the dragon in, like, let's say Wrath of the Dragon and stuff, you know, will probably look more like a transparent kind of dragon, you know. So there's that. And you've got this as well. Okay, pretty cool. I like how this looks also. That right there. Imagine, like, if you put some lights behind this or something to have it kind of like light up because it's transparent. That'd probably look pretty cool on like a display or something, you know. You got this right here. Okay. Yep. And then this. And this. I think this is the last one. Yeah. Now for DB Toys, I mentioned in a post that they do have some QC stuff. But I also mentioned, like, you know, some QC issues are much easier to tolerate on a cheaper figure, like a $40 figure or whatever, compared to something like the KW Self, like $130. You know what I mean, dude? Like, you can't be charging me $130 and giving me, like, just like trash. So I think this is, you know, it's more tolerable based on the price point of the DB Toys or DB Factory Frieza. So on Reddit, Time Tomorrow 6135 posted saying that they fixed Frieza's legs popping off. So they said that they, like, let's see this. Yeah, they got an X-Acto knife and trimmed a very small amount of plastic, okay, as seen on the second image, to really help, like, basically, I guess what was happening is that when his leg would go out, it would collide with, like, excess plastic there, and that would cause the leg to pop off, but they cut off some of that plastic and stuff, and now he, like, you know, his legs don't pop off anymore, you know. So you've got that. So that is, like, this is a close-up of that image right there, okay? And then they're showing here, like, you know, they cut right here, right? So yeah, so if you have that problem, you could probably try this. Try, like, trimming some of the plastic on the side there and see if that helps to solve that issue, okay? I've also seen another issue regarding, like, these, like, shoulder pieces kind of, like, going too far into the chest and stuff. I haven't seen anyone mentioning a fix for that, so I'm not sure about that. But regarding the legs, you could try this, all right? Moving on now, DF. So this was posted, you know, once again, DF is making their Xicor figure. Honestly, the price is quite up there. I think it's like $75 or $74, something like that. As I mentioned before, like, you know, I feel as though, like, you can look at it multiple ways. On one hand, I feel like DF's prices for their figures are higher than they used to be, because, like, you used to hear people saying stuff like, oh, DF, you know, they have, like, you know, good prices, the figures are cheaper, or whatever, that kind of stuff. But if you compare, like, the DF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to the Tonsen one, the prices weren't, like, you know, the prices weren't really much different, if at all, really. So there's that. But then on the other hand, you could say, oh, well, the DF figures include, like, a bunch of accessories, probably more than they used to include, possibly, which could justify the increase in the price, you know. But I just feel like DF had, like, a good, you know, kind of, you know, sentiment going for them as far as, like, oh, their prices are lower, you know, more affordable, whatever. But if, like, now that's not really the case anymore, even if they're offering good value as far as a bunch of accessories and stuff, still, if the final price is still, like, very similar to, like, Tonsen, for example, then to me, DF is basically sacrificing a kind of niche that they had to their advantage, where it was like, oh, you know, the figure might not look as good as Tonsen, but at least it's cheaper. Whereas now it's like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look as good as Tonsen, like, let's say the face sculpt department, but the price is, you know, very similar. So I think they've basically sacrificed that for the most part, because the Xicor is, like, what, 70 something, quite a high price tag for DF, you know. So there is a part of me that's disappointed to see their price, you know, going up, even if they're included a bunch of accessories or whatever. It's just like they, you know, they occupied, at least in people's mind, I think, a pretty, you know, advantageous reputation for their pricing. Anyways, also the future Gohan pre-orders are now available at Treasure Toys. We'll see that in the AliExpress section. I just put this note here. Dimensionia. So Kang posted this saying in stock. Now, I think both Kang and Treasure Toys are out of stock of 01C. They might still have 01A and 01B. At last I checked, I believe they did, but we'll see in the AliExpress section whether they still have, you know, those. Treasure Toys posted this as well, saying ship now. So Dimensionia Goku Black warehouse, right, update right there. So Treasure Toys, you know, I guess started shipping that stuff out. Of course, as I said before, 01C, yeah, they said we still have stock of 01A and 01B available at that point when they posted this. You got this right here. Okay, so A, B, C right there. This, you got that. Okay. And they also posted this image here of the, like, the bonus transparent hair sculpt stuff. Okay. Then you've got this right here. So this is very, I mean, it's like, I guess bittersweet, I guess could be a way to put it. Like, on one hand, I kind of appreciate this. On the other hand, it doesn't really make any sense and kind of annoys me. So Treasure Toys posted this, right? Saying, I know that many friends prefer the Dimensionia Studio 01C Black Goku, but since it's currently out of stock, a lot of players can't get their hands on it at a reasonable price. So I talked to the manufacturer and they'll produce another batch of 01Cs next month, okay? I'll restock by mid next month without any pre-orders or early sales. Once we start selling, I'll announce it in my message group and discussion forum, okay? And so this is like let me say this. Let me say the good first. Oh, also they also posted this in their treasure news thing. This is what they said here. Let's see. So it says, for Dimensionia 01C, we'll restock from the factory sometime in mid or late next month. We're not planning any pre-orders at the moment. Once it's ready, we'll just put it on sale directly with lower prices than what it is now. Okay? So let me say the good. The good is that I appreciate, at least what I perceive to be, Treasure Toys wanting to give people an opportunity to buy the 01C figure for a reasonable price again, right? That I can appreciate. I can appreciate the good intention that might be there, if that's correct in my understanding. The problem is that Treasure Toys themselves were scalping the 01C. So it's like, you're talking about the problem of the pricing when you yourself, you were raising the price. It's almost like cognitive dissonance. It's like, do you understand that you yourself are scalping? Like, is Treasure Toys like aware that they are scalpers? Like, that's the question here. Does Treasure Toys know that they're scalpers, dude? Like, someone needs to tell them. Like, maybe like, dude, Treasure Toys, dude, like, you're a scalper too, dude. And they're like, oh, I am? Yes, you're a scalper too, Treasure Toys, okay? So it's like, it's just weird, dude. It's like, I appreciate people getting the opportunity to get the figure for a decent price again, but it's kind of like if you set a fire. Okay, so you set a fire and then you put the fire out. Like, can we really give you credit for putting the fire out when you set the fire? You know what I mean, dude? Like, you started this. Like, you raised the price to begin with. You did this, Treasure Toys. You raised the price. So how are we supposed to say, oh, now you're a hero because you're bringing back the figure for a decent price? And I don't even know whether the price they put this up for is going to be the original price, or if it's going to be like something that's like less than the highest prices on AliExpress, but still higher than the original price. You see what I'm saying, dude? Like, let's say the original price was like $80, and right now super scalpers are charging like, I don't know, $130 or something for it, and then Treasure Toys put it up for like $100, and they're like, hey, it's less than the super scalpers. Yeah, but you're still scalping because you're not putting the original price anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel kind of mixed about this. Like, it annoys me and confuses me. I don't get it. You know, is Treasure Toys just not aware that they're also scalpers? I don't know, dude. It's kind of weird. Anyways, so Treasure Toys posted this. Okay, so this looks very good. I think this looks really solid overall. I like the sculpt. Of course, lack of shading, which is like a problem that plagues, you know, basically all these like FIGUARTS style figures or whatever, like just like the plainness. But I do like how the sculpt looks. Okay, got this right here as well. I think that looks pretty cool. I think that looks pretty much spot on, man. So that's pretty cool. I actually really do like that, man. So good job by Dimensionia there. And as I said before, you know, I don't roast every single product. You know, sometimes I see something that I'm like, hey, this actually looks good, man. You know, I like how this looks. So that's pretty cool right there. Then you've got this right here. Okay, I think that looks pretty cool as well. It's not as strong. I don't think it's as strong as like this goes, as strong as this is, right? I don't think it's as strong as this, but it's still like, I think like pretty good, you know, still like pretty good. Might need a bit of work, but like it's obviously better than like Bandai. I mean, basically everything's better than Bandai at this point, right? So you got this. Okay, cool. And I'm guessing this is probably like anime colors and manga colors. I'm not sure. Then you've got this. I think this is Gohan going what, Super Saiyan 2 or something. I'm not sure. I haven't watched like the World Tournament and the Buu Saga stuff for a while. So you've got that. And then you've got this right here. Okay, cool. No ugly gains begin hips from what I can tell. So very nice. Thank you, Dimensionia, for not using those ugly hips. You've got this right here. I think, is this like, I think this might be when he was fighting Dabura and he was looking down at Dabura, possibly. I'm not sure. Not sure. And then you've got this right here. Okay, cool. So let me see. 3 versions. Yeah, it says, let's see. So Ultimate Superhero, Dimensionia Ultimate Superhero is finally set on release, with 3 versions to be available around late October to November. Soft plastic material and head sculpt sets to be included with each release from A to C. Okay, so C versions of battle damage, no red cloak and cloth materials. Okay, cool. 16 face sculpts is said to be added with head sculpt set together with the figure. It can be bought separately depending on the store. So 16, dude. I mean, like, this is stacked, man. Like, this thing, let me see if there's an image. I think there's an image showing more stuff. So you got this as well. You got that. This as well. These. Okay. Got this. Now, I think there's an image. I note that pre-orders for this are available at Treasure Toys, okay? Dimensionia themselves posted this right here. Okay, I guess, is that called like a rice picking hat or something? I don't know. I know Raiden in Mortal Kombat has a hat like that. Let's see. You got that. Got this. Okay, notice estimated shipment 4th quarter of 2026. Okay, and here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. So, dude, look at these accessories, man. Look at this, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, this might, I think this even like outperforms the DF 3.0 Vegito that is supposed to be released at some point. Like, look at the amount of stuff with this, man. I mean, this is like an entire store. Like an entire store of accessories, dude. This is like insane, man. Like, this is really crazy. They said 16 face sculpts, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, wow. Wow. I guess, are there 3 pairs of glasses? He's got a watch, I guess. And they do include, from what I can tell here, there's also like a normal non-windswept waist piece. So that is good to see. You got the cape hair. Okay. You got this bag. Man, this is crazy. Like, I just like, even without doing a scamculation for this, dude, like, I mean, I just don't see how this could possibly be a scam in any way. Like, I mean, because I think the current price for like 01A, for example, is like $90, like probably like $100, around that price. But like, you're getting so much stuff, dude. I mean, this is absolutely stacked. Just stacked, man. Crossed arms and everything, dude. This is insane, dude. Like, wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. Like, I can't see this possibly being a scam. I just can't see how that could be possible at this point, you know. This is, I guess, the manga colored one. It has an orange bandana here instead of the white bandana here. Okay, interesting. Let's see. What does this say? Yeah, okay, cool. You got this right here. I guess this is for the battle damaged one, and it has like a hand holding this thing right here. Very cool stuff, man. Like, this is really, I think this is a solid, it's looking like a solid release, man. Okay, cool. And Kang posted this saying bonus. So I'm guessing the bonus is like some kind of like pearlescent hair sculpts or something. I'm guessing that's what the bonus is. You guys already know I don't care about pearlescent hair sculpts. I don't know if I'm gonna get this or not. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's $100, so it's not cheap, but it is good value. I think it's good value. I don't think it's like a scam. But like, I'm thinking about, you know, basically, as I mentioned in the post, like, apart from figures that I need for like, let's say Dragon Ball Thunder and stuff, I think a lot of my purchases will probably be like me buying figures to kind of like support certain lines and stuff that I like, you know, appreciate what they're doing. Like, this is good value for sure, but it's $100, dude. But like, for example, like DB Toys, if they make affordable versions of Frieza's forms and stuff, or other premium scam die figures and stuff, like, I'll probably be getting them, not because I necessarily need them right now, but just as a way to kind of support something that I appreciate. You know, I appreciate them offering good prices for these things, so I'm like, okay, let me buy their figures, you know? Same thing for like Jada Toys Hunter x Hunter figures. If Jada Toys does make Hunter x Hunter figures for a good price and stuff, I'll probably be getting those as well. not necessarily because I need them right now for some artistic project or anything, but because I'm like, I appreciate Jada Toys offering good prices for this stuff in comparison to SH FIGUARTS just charging these ridiculous prices and stuff like that. You know what I mean, dude? So I think I want to start doing that more, where I just like actually like financially help or, you know, contribute to supporting studios, companies, or whatever that I appreciate what they're doing, you know. So right now, as far as my list is concerned, DB Toys and Jada Toys Hunter x Hunter, those are like the two things currently on that list. So yeah, but this is really cool, man. I don't know, I might think about getting it. I don't know. If I were to get this, I would want to get 01A, like the more saturated colors, and the battle damaged one. Although I did see someone mention that if you were to get the battle damaged one and get some like cloth accessories for that, that might be something to like do as well, because then you could buy one figure instead of buying multiple figures, you know, that kind of thing. So there's that thought as well. But what about the helmet and stuff like that? You wouldn't get that stuff, I don't think. Let me see. Does 01C include the helmet and stuff? I don't think it does. Where's that image? Like, where is that? Hold on. Why is it so far away, dude? Where is that image? Oh, wait. Okay, I gotta scroll down, I guess. Hold on, man. Let's look for 3 minutes later. All right, so that's the 4, 5. Okay, so I went the wrong direction there for a second. All right, so this right here, you see it has no helmet and stuff. So if you were to just buy the battle damaged version, you wouldn't be able to get the helmet and the bandana, the bag, all that stuff, you know. So there's that. Okay, and I did say though, like, I don't like the fact that there aren't really any like fighting expressions for the base form. And dude, why do you include, oh man, I just noticed this. There's 2 looking to the side expressions, dude. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Dude, we need teeth gritted and yelling, dude. Get rid of this garbage right here, okay? Get rid of that. Replace that with teeth gritted and yelling, okay? That's what we need. We don't need 3 eye directions, forward, left, right. No. We need stern, teeth gritted, yelling, okay? We need those. And then whatever else you want to add. You want to add this, okay, you know. So cool. Got this right here. And this person here, TK Collector, well, underscore TK dot collector underscore, they said like basically there's no screaming expression for Super Saiyan, okay? And I noticed that as well. After they said that, I was like, wait a minute, oh, that's true. There's no yelling Super Saiyan expression. There's none. So yeah, so they're missing, there's no teeth gritted for the base form, no yelling for the base form, and no yelling for Super Saiyan. So I think those 3 things are really important, and they're actually missing. So that does bother me now. You know, thank you to that person for pointing that out. I didn't even notice that. Let's see. So Treasure Toys, I think, no, Toy Myth Store, I believe. Let's see here. So yeah, they said expected to ship in the 4th quarter of 2026. Okay. It says purchase 3 sets and receive a bonus. 1 pearlescent transparent color, 2 head sculpts, 3 front ends. Okay, so the bonus is what we saw up here, this stuff right here. I'm glad that the bonus is not something like really sought after. Like if they included, like, I don't know, the teeth gritted and the yelling for the base form or something like that. So I like that the bonus is something that some people might want, but it's not like some key thing where everyone's like, oh man, dude, now I gotta buy the bonus to get this, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think having this as the bonus, I don't really mind personally, because I don't care about pearlescent hair sculpts or whatever. But, you know, I guess Big Dino Reviews, he'll probably be pretty bothered by that, because he likes the pearlescent hair, I guess, you know. So there's that, but I don't really care about it, you know. I like the matte hair. So we've got that. All right, now continuing, Toy Myth Store posted this right here in the comments. I think it was on that same post. And here's a close-up of that right there. So I guess somehow they have this image of, I guess this is like a prototype of it. And, you know, looks pretty good sculpt-wise. But, you know, plain, you know, no shading, that kind of thing. As I've said, you know, the lack of shading really does just, you know, it stifles these figures from reaching their full potential artistically, you know? Like, if this had a bunch of cool shading, dude, it'd look, like, way better. But I think it looks pretty good right now. I'd be, like, fine with this as my, like, you know, Great Saiyaman, Gohan figure or whatever for that, you know, time period. But the lack of shading, man, you know? Lack of shading. So, there's that. At least it has a bunch of accessories and stuff, you know? So, let's see here. Yeah, Treasure Toys. So, yeah, the Great Saiyaman is now available for pre-order. Okay, I mentioned that before. If you want to pre-order it from them. Now for GM Studios, this here, Goku Black. So I guess they're making some Goku Black face sculpts, you know, that kind of thing. And Korean News said here, GM Studios asking, would you want to see 3 or 4 face sculpts? Okay, I think GM needs to just, like, I mean, 4 is not that bad, I guess. Like, 4 is, it feels like 4 is way better than 3, although it's just 1 more. But I would like GM Studios to really, like, move away from that, like, you know, 3 expressions thing or whatever, the 2 sets with the 3 expressions each kind of thing. I'd like them to move away from that and just move to a more like TK kind of model, or how the HM Air Beast Gohan stuff was, where you got like a bunch of expressions. I think you had like 8 expressions in that set. Then you also had the effect piece and stuff, dude, or multiple effect pieces, you know, different kinds of hair. Like, I want to see GM just offer good value, you know what I mean, dude? So like 1 set or even multiple sets, but each set has like a bunch of stuff is stacked with accessories, like, I don't know, 6 expressions or 7 expressions for Goku Black in 1 set. You might get 2 different kinds of hair or something, or like an accessory piece, an accessory or whatever, you know what I mean, dude? Like, I want to see GM offering better value, because if they were offering better value for like their Broly stuff, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie Broly stuff, I would have probably pre-ordered those. But I'm just tired of like spending flipping like $80 just to get all the expressions and stuff, dude. Like, I'm tired of that nonsense. So that's the reason I did not pre-order those, and I have no plans to pre-order those. If they were better value, I would have probably gotten those, because I would want them for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, which I plan to make, like, you know, an action figure remake of a bunch of stuff from that and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know, man. I just feel like GM just doesn't offer enough value. Like, you know, the stuff like the Goku stuff, like, it seems a lot of people think that they look better than the DKO recustom stuff, and I personally I prefer the DKO recustom. Like, I actually prefer the style of those. So anyways, let's see, Kong/New Moon. So we have this image here. So I guess the Kong Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, at least this one, I think is based on Heroes, Dragon Ball Heroes. It's quite a bit larger than the Tonsen one, okay, and it has this long hair as well. I think the hair is based on like some, like, you know, transformation or whatever kind of form that has this longer hair going on, you know. So you've got that. Which one do you like better? I mean, like, I prefer the size of the Kong one, but I don't know why the hair is like that. I'm not familiar with like Dragon Ball Heroes and stuff, you know, so yeah. But I don't really buy Kong figures, as I mentioned before. Just too many quality control problems that I've heard about. If they drastically improve that and I stop hearing stories about their stuff breaking and snapping and stuff, I might consider buying something at some point. But until then, I'm all set with Kong. Let's see. So Korean News posted some images here as well. And yeah, so there's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta stuff going on. I prefer the look of this body apart from the legs more than Tonsen, and probably even more than DF, because DF was pretty shiny. Then again, oh, that does look pretty shiny right there too, actually. So I don't know. If this was more matte, then that'd be good, but it looks kind of shiny right there. All right, you got this right here. Okay, you got this. And someone mentioned that they basically copied DF's effect piece there. That might be a copy of that. I'm not sure. It does look very similar, so. Then you've got these right here. Now, I did see quite a bit of people saying that these face sculpts, you know, basically look like trash. I don't think they look super horrible, but this one is definitely like, yeah, the yelling one. I think I don't really like how that one looks. The yelling is just like, yeah, not very strong in my opinion. But the image is also kind of pixelated. This one looks kind of strange. His nose is like really upturned, like looks kind of like a pig snout, kind of like, you know, like that kind of thing. So I don't know what's going on there. This one, I think this one, like if they could adjust his jaw somehow, I think his jaw looks a bit too large or something, you know. So I don't know why these studios and stuff do. Why can't you just look at a frame of the anime and just sculpt that? You know what I mean, dude? Like, just do that. I don't understand why this is such a like difficult thing for these people. It's like I think someone said like for Bandai, it's like they kind of like basically sculpt these things from memory. You know, they don't look at the source material as they're sculpting. They're just like, oh, I remember what Goku looks like, and just make some basic nonsense, you know. So yeah, okay, cool. You got this as well right here. This is the one with the like larger hair going on. Cool, cool, cool. You got this, and then another image right here. Okay, then you've got this as well. I don't really like Kong's leg design. I think I prefer Tonsen's leg design to Kong's. Something about Kong's just looks a bit off to me. You can't really see it here, but when you see like a physical prototype, you can like see it better. But yeah, so they're making 3 versions. Okay, cool. And someone mentioned, I think, that the render here doesn't look like transparent hair or translucent hair, but then this is translucent, and they wanted like solid hair like this, but I don't think they're making solid hair for this version. So there's that. And then you have this right here. Okay, cool. All right. And this, yeah, very shiny looking. Don't like how shiny that is. That should be more matte, man. Yeah, that's way too shiny. I think that's even shinier than DF. I don't know. And the knee bend is not I don't know, it looks kind of poor. So it looks like a bit less than 90. Possible. Then again, no, his leg is like going forward a bit, so might be just about 90. So yeah, I don't know. Not really the best knee bend right there. You've got this right here, and I guess they're actually making separate vest pieces, which is interesting. I think, is there an image showing that? Yeah, like right here. This one, there's a one-piece version and a separate version. Same thing for, I think, this. Yup. And this. So I actually was hoping that Tonsen would make their Gogeta figures, the Super Saiyan Blue and the Super Saiyan one, like with like a single vest like this, rather than the whole like articulated pieces stuff. I don't really like that stuff. I'd rather have just a one vest, you know, kind of thing. Even if they made like a cloth or fabric vest, I don't know. But yeah, of course the current like the fabric vests or cloth vests that you can buy right now on like AliExpress and stuff, that as far as I know, I don't like how they look on the like Tonsen body. So there's that. Got that. Okay, cool. This again, got that. Less than 90 or about 90 knee bend. Got this. And Treasure Toys does have pre-orders up for that now. 9026 here. Okay. We'll see that in the AliExpress section to see, like, you know, all the details or different prices or whatever. Let's see. And Korea News posted this as well. So apparently Kong is reissuing their Broly. I think this is, I guess this is, oh yeah, Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 5, and I guess the Dark Broly. Okay, the price is probably going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, I doubt they'll release these again at the same price as before. I feel like every time Kong reissues something, the price probably goes up each time, you know, just like horrible to see it, man. Horrible to see it. So yeah, it says translucent with new painting polish, translucent white head sculpt change, and more colors to the figures. Okay, interesting. So I guess they're making the skin color darker on the Super Saiyan 5, possibly. I'm not really sure. I don't know what Korea News means by this like translucent white head sculpt change thing. Are they gonna make the Super Saiyan 5 hair like translucent instead of like solid? I don't know. Not sure. WY. So this is what Air Studio should have been making instead of that 2 expression nonsense. That was Air, right? Or was that? I think that was Air. I think so. That 2 expression nonsense. No, this is what you should be making to make it actually worth, you know, buying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 expressions here. Now you see, once again, my problem with this, like, you know, I think these look like these look kind of off, I think, right? This I think looks pretty good based on what I know of the source material. I think this looks pretty solid. I think this looks pretty solid as well. Although, why is the red is on his teeth there? I don't know. This one looks pretty solid too. This one, I don't know. I'd have to see the source material. I kind of don't like how this looks. I don't really like how this hair looks, but that might be accurate to like a manga panel or something. I'm not sure. But these two here, I don't really like how these look. These look kind of like basic to me, you know? They're not like, they're not like that like super spot on stuff, at least based on my memory. I might have to see like the source material or something, but I don't know. These don't really strike me as like artistically amazing. And then right here, his mouth is like really high up. I don't know why his mouth is so high up. Like, yeah, so there's that. But as far as the amount of expressions though, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 different kinds of hair, like this is the kind of value you should be getting with these sets for like the $30 or whatever, that kind of stuff, you know, at least this. I mean, in reality, if you were to use like you know, my Storm Arena numbers and stuff, they're probably even drastically overpriced because it's just like a few face sculpts and stuff like that. But, you know, based on, let's say, similar products online and stuff like that, like, you know, the TK stuff, the Air HM Beast Gohan stuff, I just feel like we need to see at least better value, like this kind of like 6 expressions, 2 different kinds of hair, that kind of stuff at least, you know. So as far as that goes, I'm pleased to see that it's not just like 2 expressions or 3 expressions or whatever, and then you got to pay $80 to get all the expressions and stuff. So there's that. And they're also making this white-haired version based on like the manga colors or whatever, like Genki Damatsuri Goku. I would assume, I don't know, I don't know if they're gonna actually like make the skin tone different or whatever to match Genki Damatsuri Goku. I'm not sure, but I think that would make sense. Although that figure is so like, you know, I guess sought after, not everyone has it, so I don't know. It might make more sense. It might make sense to make this for like Legendary Super Saiyan Goku or the NT manga colored Goku. I'm not sure. Not sure what they're going to do there, but I do appreciate that it has at least a decent amount of expressions, okay? So let's now move on. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, ZL Studio. Treasure Toys has a new listing for ZL Studio Broly. So now we'll move on to the AliExpress section, the last segment of today's recap. All right, first of all, with the AliExpress affiliate thing, on some of these figures, I'm seeing this code on here, and it says orders over US 2660, US 148. So I assume this is some kind of like personalized affiliate discount code, so you guys can like try this if you want to and see if you can save an extra like $1.48 or something, okay? Just so you know, like I've been seeing this code. I tried to find out like, you know, what exactly it is, but I can only assume because it's in the whole affiliate section of the page or whatever, that it's like an affiliate discount code that you guys can use. So you can try that, see if you can save some more money on something, okay? Now, I'm showing this because I wanted to compare this to like GM, right? This is $43.99 free shipping, right? GM is charging you like $30 or whatever for like basically this, you know, 3 expressions. And actually GM probably only has 1 hair sculpt. This has 2, so less than this. So GM is charging like $30 or something for 3 expressions, 1 hair sculpt. This is $43.99, and it includes 6 expressions, right? You get 6 expressions. I think this is an effect piece or something, possibly. And then you get 2 different kinds of hair for $43.99, dude. Like, just such better value than GM, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think GM offers good enough value, man. Same thing here. So, Kang has this right here. Okay, $43.99 free shipping. Treasure Toys has this listing here, $41.24 free shipping, but they are missing A. They only have B and C. Kang has A, B, and C. Interesting. Okay. I think A is sold out in a lot of places or something, so Kang still has that if you want that. Let's see. And this is the Beast Gohan thing I was talking about. So look at this, right? Like, look at this right here. Where is it? Let's look at this. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 expressions, 2 different kinds of hair. You get this other piece, this bang piece right here. You get this effect piece, you get these, you get that hand. 5309 free shipping compared to GM for like 30 whatever free shipping. Like, this is just so much more value. Like, I don't think GM's whatever for $30 compares to this as far as value goes for even $53. Like, you just get so much more, you know what I mean? Like, it's more than double GM, dude, you know? So GM, they need to offer better value, man. But anyways, this is what 5309 free shipping right there. That's Kang. Treasure Toys has a listing as well right here. And then the Black Hole Toys Majin Vegeta. Kang still says pre-order. But I think they did not post saying they had these. I'm not even sure, dude. There's so many things to keep track of. Let's see here. Treasure Toys, though. Treasure Toys does say buy now, but the regular blue is like sold out. Okay, so if you wanted that, hopefully you got that already. Yeah, that is sold out. The other ones are available though, saying buy now. It doesn't say pre-order. And they have another listing right here, right? That also says buy now. Once again, the blue one, the regular blue version, out of stock. As far as Black Shark goes, we have this 02A, 57.45 free shipping, same price for 02B. And then this right here is 02AB. Really not sure what the bonus is, because this right here also shows those expressions. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on as far as that's concerned. Okay, DB Factory or DB Toys Frieza right here, still available. 40.42 free shipping. Very solid price, I'd say. And as I mentioned before, I am planning probably to like get the figures that they release and stuff like that. So I think they plan to make like either 3rd or 2nd form Frieza next. I'll probably be getting those and reviewing them and stuff like that. And I might even make like, I don't know, manga cover videos with them or something. We'll see. Let's see here. For the Tonsen Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you got this right here. Of course, A is a higher price. Scalping on the part of Kang right there. Okay. And then Kang also has the DF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here. 73.62 free shipping. But that still says pre-order. Pretty sure they posted saying they have that in stock though. Pretty sure. But I don't know. It still says pre-order right there. This one says buy now. Okay. Cool. And then this here, Treasure Toys, this says buy now as well. 67.66 free shipping for the DF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so better price than Kang. Okay, and note that Kang still says pre-order, but this one says buy now. Okay, and then Tonsen right here as well by Treasure Toys. Got to be scalping A. Yep, look at that, $100.86. Treasure Toys is scalping version A. And then what if they post in a month from now saying, oh, we know that people couldn't get the version A for a reasonable price anymore, so we asked Tonsen to make a new batch. Yeah, dude, but you're the one scalping, dude. Like, do you not see that you're part of the issue? You're scalping? Do you understand that you're scalping, dude? That's so weird to me, man. Like, how does Treasure Toys not... do they not understand that? I don't get it. But anyways, so this right here, another listing. Scalped, of course, right there as well. So 2 listings for the same thing. Don't know why they do that. The DF Xicor is here, available, 76.01 free shipping. As I said, pretty high price tag. Don't know why the price is so high. This would have to include a bunch of accessories or something, because there's no way it's going to be just some kind of plain release for 76.01. I'd be like, what the heck is DF doing, you know? The Future Gohan here, 54.25 free shipping from Treasure Toys. Okay, if you want that. It says ship on July. I highly doubt that. We haven't even seen a physical prototype of this thing yet. The Vegito, the blue Vegito, they actually have this here for a reasonable price. I think the price for this, I think they had an insane price for this before, and now it's like $41.50 free shipping. So I think this is probably a very good price to get this for, especially considering that it has so many accessories and stuff like that. Okay, so there's that. But they are supposed to be making like an updated like 3.0, I guess, Vegito at some point in the future, if they do make that. So there's that to consider as well. As for the Dimensionia Goku Black, of course, version A is gone. It was being scalped, $98.68. This one, $89.09. This one, same price. And you've got the hair right there. This is Treasure Toys, of course. Kang, also right here, has the same Goku Black Dimensionia. 01A, $90.86. So they still have 01A, actually. 01B is there as well. 01C, oh, 01C is the one that's getting like sold out and stuff. Yeah. So $97.07 scalping. Yeah, I think these are all being scalped really in some way, because I don't think the price was 90 before. I don't know if it could be some exchange rate thing, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I think the price looks higher than it used to be for these as well. But anyways, so moving on now, the Dimensionia Great Saiyaman. Treasure Toys has these up for pre-order. You got C right here, then A and B. These are roughly about $100 approximately. Free shipping, $96.56. Okay, I do think though you get a bunch of stuff, man. Like you get a lot of stuff with this, so this is probably like very good value. You know, I would assume so. You got it from, so that was who? That was Kang? No, Treasure Toys. They have 2 listings for it. Another listing over here. Is the price the same? Let me see. No, the price is slightly more on this one. Weird. I don't know. Yeah, but then this is, yeah, so whatever. Anyways, 2 listings for that. Then the GM stuff right here. Look at this. Look at this. Actually, it's not even 30. It's $40. $41.02. 3 expressions, 1 piece of hair, and, well, you know, the hair and the bangs there, and then this neck thing. Like, are you serious? Right? Compare that to, where is it? This. $43.99 free shipping, and look at what you're getting compared to that. Like, no. GM needs to offer better value, man. They really need to offer better value, okay? So, no. All right? And then if you want everything, $80.49. No. Okay? But a lot of people like it. Up to you if you want that. I have no interest in that. Another listing here. Was that Kang or Treasure Toys? That was Kang. Treasure Toys right here. And these all say pre-order. As far as I know, there's like a new batch of these being made or whatever, you know. So you got this by Treasure Toys right here. And then Treasure Toys has another listing here that also says pre-order. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. And then the Broly stuff right here. So, yeah, $44.76 free shipping. I think this has like, yeah, just like 3 expressions and 1 kind of hair, dude. Like, nah, I'm all set. So I have no interest in this. If they were offering better value with this stuff, I would probably be very interested in this. But for this price, getting just 3 expressions, I'm all set, man. And then GX Studios, our GX Studio, the Master Roshi stuff right here. Treasure Toys has these up for pre-order. Okay, right there, free shipping. The new Moon or Kong Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta figures are also for pre-order at Treasure Toys. You got this right here, then that, okay. All the same price right now, $89.45 free shipping. And then ZL Studio, so this is a new listing for this, I believe, because it doesn't mention anything about how many have been sold or anything. And it's separate from this listing over here that says 259 sold, okay, right there. So this one, yeah, I mean, if you want to pre-order this, is up to you. I kind of don't expect these expressions to be like the best. I think they might be like, my apologies, they might be like better than Bandai, which is not really difficult to accomplish, but I don't think they're going to be like super spot on awesome stuff. I just don't really have that hope for these, so we'll have to see. But also, like, I don't know, the price is really up there, $87.65 free shipping, and it's not like super stacked full of accessories, you know what I mean, dude? So I might just wait and see if someone in the future makes this same, you know, these kind of Broly figures or this kind of Broly for a much better price, better value, that kind of stuff. I'm not really feeling like buying this for $87.65 free shipping. And then I also, if I want the blue hair, I gotta buy it separately right here. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm probably not going to get this, so up to you if you want that. At one point I was kind of excited about it, but when I saw the price, really started thinking about it more. I'm like, I don't know, man. Someone else is probably going to make this Broly in the future, hopefully with better value, you know, and it might even look better. I don't know, we'll have to see. So this is the other listing here right now. I don't know why they made a new listing or have a separate listing for this thing. I really couldn't tell you. And then finally, this is Kang. Kang has the same stuff up for pre-order right here. Okay, so their price is lower though, $82.32, but I don't see like a $12 off discount or anything. But even so, you know, I think I'm personally gonna wait to see if there's a better Broly figure like this or Broly figures like these, you know, made in the future. So yeah, guys, that's it for the Dragon Ball figure recap. Be sure to subscribe if you want to be updated on Dragon Ball figures, and use dbfigs.com if you want to make collecting much more convenient and less stressful. And if you appreciate all this stuff, you appreciate the news and everything, please share the channel and the videos and dbfigs.com with other collectors. I do appreciate it, and it helps me to be able to, you know, give more time to invest in, you know, making these videos and maintaining this channel and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.